Hello and welcome to the show. We start this week's Failrace episode on GTA 5 with an attempt at a test drive, because for whatever reason the animation has decided that you are not allowed in this car. I don't know why. It's a weird broken animate, like just kind of teleports you back, and I also love that nobody else seems to care that this weird teleporting person is going. They're all far too interested in the flowery beetle to actually care about the weird physics-defying action going on behind them. We head to a GTA 4 next with the Dam doing a mission. Now, as they head off to start this mission, there is a little bit of a cutscene. Well, you know, that's normal when it comes to the game. However, for this cutscene, the Failrace Police Department decide to make an appearance with their car already on fire, no one in it, and the doors open. I'm not quite sure, but it doesn't then explode afterwards. That's not supposed to happen, right? I mean, maybe Ghost Rider has taken over the police department. It wasn't very effective either way. We head on to Horizon 4 next with a focus getting a bonus board and managing to get beached on the smallest curb imaginable. Yes, this is... I've seen cars get stuck in various silly ways. This might be the worst, dumbest beaching of a vehicle that I have come across. It's so close to being able to get free, but no. A glazed almond up next on NASCAR Ignition 21 is racing at Pocono. Had a pretty bad exit out of one of the corners. They're busy fighting their way down towards the other next turn. Somebody gets a bit too brave to the inside. There's not enough space for everybody. We're up into the wall. We're going backwards. We're climbing over somebody. Yep, we're going to do a car hat and fall off the roof of the 5. Yeah, not enough space was given. Not enough space was given there. The Beast up next on SnowRunner has got a crazy truck. I don't know if this is a modded truck or quite what it is, but a big car transporter. Now, they've got some stuck vehicles off the end of this ramp. I think they'll go to try and rescue them with this, but probably jumping at them not the best idea. Things go kind of normal-ish on the landing, and then the trailer freaks out. That's definitely not what the trailer is supposed to do on that one. It almost self-rights the truck, though. It almost kind of worked. We move to a farming simulator with Hotshot Tomcat up next. Again, I presume a highly modded one, unless monster trucks have been added in a racetrack. This one, though, does do the expected SnowRunner glitch. You see, we had the weird transporter kind of fixed itself. The monster truck, no, we're going to freak out massively and go to space. Yes, we're going up towards the 1,000km/h mark. It is a very, very broken truck. In fact, you can see the dots spinning well off the map. Don't crash into the tyre bundles is going to be the thing to suggest there. Black Eye up next on Beam has got a modded vehicle, a very powerful electric version of a car that has some bad issues with a curb as well. This one, just I guess a lot of throttle and clipped a curb at an awkward angle, and it just tore the whole back end of the car apart. So... Oops. On that one, sticking with MX-5, I mean this time a more official-looking MX-5 on Assetto Corsa, and this one with the petrol engine, we are at the start of a race. The leader outbreaks themselves into the first sort of corner, and the car we're following gets through and inherits the lead. It's a good start for them. As we head up towards the next turn, however, the vehicle in second gets things wrong and has a spin and causes all of the chaos. I mean, that is the perfect, I say it's the perfect thing. It's what you want to see when you're the leader of a race. A massive ball of chaos behind you. That's helpful. Yeah, the car in second just loses the back end, gets on cold tyres, and everybody plows into the wreck. A couple of cars get through just about unscathed. There's a green one going the wrong direction and has to turn around. It does get going, and somebody comes from far out of shot on the right-hand side. Oh dear. Calvin Toller up next on Assetto Corsa. Is driving, well, the new Formula 1 cars, if you will, mods for them. Also gets a little bit too much speed, loses the back end with the car, gets spun around by a McLaren, and then a Williams teammate comes along and gives them help. And now they're parked. Yep, it's not quite as bad as being beached on a curb, at least this time the wheels are a little higher up in the air for being stuck. Ben up next on R-Factor with some brisker F1 cars, finding out there's no grip on this circuit. That is everybody in the wall. Yeah, I guess cold tyres, cold track, whatever the settings might have been, nobody had any grip whatsoever going into that corner, and the entire group of cars had a big shunt. So yeah, got a They've got to judge that one a little bit better. And finally, we have the step forward on Far Cry 5. Now, they are minding their own business when they spot a car doing something weird. Yes, that is not normally how parked cars end up. They shouldn't really stay doing a wheelie. What's actually happened is, I guess the NPC in it has been killed one way or another, and the body is still, is trying to be in the driver's seat, but the game doesn't really know how to deal with this, so it's dealing with it by freaking out physics. I also love that there's a tractor just minding its own business in the field, not paying any attention to what's going on here. So the car is stuck in a permanent wheelie. It goes to give it a little bit of a nudge. It's now still doing a permanent wheelie, but sort of floating and hovering around. Of course, when there's a weird glitch, you've got to crash into it. You've got to try and figure out what it's doing. And now we're going to go for wheelie donuts and a roll and a roll and a twist and a twist. And we're still twisting. Still going to go back to raising up. Now, the body's kind of shifted. They're halfway out the door, which is causing physics to be even more upset. And the car is on its roof. Also not quite what we are going for. Apparently, the player can roll the car over. This time it's actually almost sat on the ground briefly. It freaked out. And now we're going to go back for a roll. No, we're off. We're off onto a mission across the field. Well, a little bit of mission across the field. It's now stopped. Still rolling over slightly. The body's almost fallen out of the car at this stage. It's got a mind of its own, pretty much, at this point. Body's clinging on to the door of the car. Tractor's still minding its own business, not paid attention. We're going to go for another roll. Player's not really doing much now in all of this after the initial little bit of a help. There's a couple more rolls for good luck. So what happens if the player gets in the car? Well, physics does not really care about the player. We're going to go for a couple more rolls. This one still rolling. We can even transfer over to the driver's seat, and physics is a little funky. The car will drive like this, surprisingly. I don't know what would happen if the player had tried to get in there with the body actually in the seat, because it's mostly being flung out. I'm going to guess the player would still be able to drive it. But there we go. Physics and dead bodies in Far Cry. They've done some funky things before, but never quite as crazy as that one. But there we go. That is going to be it for this video. As ever, if you have clips you'd like to submit to this series, you can via a Google form. There'll be a link to it in the description. All the rules and how it works can be found on there. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.